Hello students, welcome to the Allen Overseas. This year JEE Main January attempt exam result got declared and hope you have done well, and the students who were not able to perform according to their capabilities, no need to worry. Still one more attempt is there, and today I'm here. I have bring the maths paper analysis, what kind of questions were asked in JEE Main 2023 and which topics weightage was there, what kind of easy, moderate, tough questions were there, and mainly conceptual or best questions were, how many direct questions were there and directly calculation based questions are there. So such type of analysis I have bring with you guys. So definitely those analysis will be helpful for you, so that if you are targeting your upcoming JEE Mains exam, definitely it's going to be helpful for you guys. Okay, so let's start. So that is the topic wise weightage in morning and evening shift on the different dates. What kind of question were asked, it's there in front of you. So guys, if I compare this analysis from the last year analysis, last year mainly the questions which were asked from the topics, but it is not like that every year they are putting the equal weightage to every topic. This strategy can change year by year, but there are few topics from which again and again they are asking the question. So guys, if I directly compare the analysis for the permutation and combination chapter and probability, earlier the weightage of the probability chapter used to be more as compared to the permutation and combination, but this year weightage of the permutation and combination is more. This year they asked the total 21 questions, means in every shift just two questions like that you can see. Similarly guys, if I come to the algebra portion, again this year algebra topics weightage was there as compared to the earlier also. If you see the questions from the sequence and progression as well as from the binomial, yes, lot of questions were asked from these topics. From the sequence series topic you can see 19 questions were asked, and from the binomial theorem, total 24 questions were there. If I see the weightage of the complex number, yes, this year the weightage of the complex number was not as compared to be earlier. Okay, this year not too many questions they asked from the complex number chapter. Similarly, they asked the question from the quadratic chapter also. Okay, so these are the topics from the algebra portion. Okay, in between guys we have the topics quadratic equation, logarithm, fundamental of maths. If you see from the logarithm and the fundamental of maths, 0 question was asked or 1 question was asked. But it is not like that it is less important. Yes, use of those chapter was there in the other chapter also. In calculus we use the logarithm concept, even fundamental of maths concept was used in the other topics also. After that guys, if I come to the coordinate geometry portion, as usual, as we know, weightage of the point and the straight line and the circle is generally more. So this year also similar scenario was here, questions from the point and the straight line. Yes, total you will see 11 questions were there, and guys after that from the circle chapter total 9 questions were there. And after that if I come to the conic section part, yes, from the parabola more questions were there, 7 questions were asked, but from the ellipse and hyperbola it was not like that. In every shift question was there, in some shifts question were there, in some shift question were not asked. So according to you can just prepare for the coordinate geometry. Yes, weightage from the circle, straight line and the parabola, somehow to parabola you can see. After that if I come to the some more chapter, vector and 3D. Yes guys, these are the easy chapter, and like last year also, but more emphasis was given on this chapter. Guys, you can see from these two chapters, from vector and 3D, 24 and 33 questions were asked from these two chapters only. Okay, so if you see the weightage of the other chapter and if we see the weightage of these two chapters, yes, definitely it is more as compared to the other chapter. So for the upcoming exam, you can just do good preparation for these two chapters, vector and 3D, and these are not very typical chapter also. And guys, even earlier before the JEE Main, we took the session for the JEE Main strategy. At that time also guys, I highlighted these chapter. Yes, these are the easy chapter, and from these chapter questions will be there in your exam. This year also from 3D even 3 in some shift guys 3 questions were asked. Okay, so really it's not a very typical chapter, and definitely you will able to score more from this chapter. So if you are targeting the upcoming JEE Mains, just put more emphasis on these two chapters mainly. After that guys, if I come to the calculus portion, this year bacho, they put more emphasis from on the first topic, function. In every shift there was a question from the function chapter. Earlier it used not to happen actually. Earlier they used to ask the question from the application of derivative, but this year they put the emphasis on the function chapter also. Okay, after that guys, there were the question from the limit, continuity and derivability. Yes, in every shift the questions were there from LCD. After that guys, if I come to the integral portion, definite integral and the indefinite. Yes, out of these two, definitely weightage of the definite integral is more. Yes guys, you can see in definite integral total 21 questions were asked. So already guys, we have highlighted out of the integral portion, mainly questions will be there from the definite integral part. After that, the application of the integration is there. So from the area under the curve and from the differential equation, yes, questions were there. So good weightage of the calculus was there. If we at the end we see there was a good weightage of the this calculus portion. After that guys, if we come to the trigonometry, which very less question they ask from this portion. Hardly they ask one question from the trigonometric ratios and the identities, and they ask some question from the trigonometric equation, and from the solution of triangle only one question was asked in the last shift actually. So what I want to say, it is not like that. If you are not preparing the trigonometry, and instead of the trigonometry, if you prepare the vector and 3D or the calculus portion, guys, you can see definitely weightage of those topics will be more as compared to the trigonometry. Okay, so on the behalf of this one, you can prepare your strategy for the upcoming exam. After that guys, if I come to the inverse trigonometric function, yes, in some shift question were there. So total 8 questions were there as used to happen earlier also. After that guys, if I come to the JEE main specific topics, again guys, weightage of those topics was more, means sets, relation, statistics and mathematical reasoning. Basically from these topics questions were there, and if you compare these JEE main specific topics from the trigonometric portion or like that, yes, their weightage is more. So again, I will advise you, don't leave those topics. Yes, in less time you can more marks you can gain from these topics. So please prepare these topics also for the upcoming JEE main exam also. After that guys, if I come to the means a different portion type analysis from the algebra part, can you see guys, total 125 questions were asked from the algebra portion. In every shift question was there. So that was the analysis from the algebra. This year more emphasis was given on the algebra portion. Guys, again it can be possible for the upcoming shift, there can be a more emphasis on the coordinate geometry, or it can be on the other chapter. But that is the analysis from which we can get some idea ki yes, from which topics mainly they are asking the questions. After that guys, if I come to the after algebra, 125 questions were there. After that, the more weightage were there for the calculus. Total 95 questions were asked from the calculus portion. Okay. And after that guys, if you move to the next, 58 questions were there from the vector and 3D. So guys, as I highlighted, from these two topics only, total 58 questions were asked. Means see, if you see the weightage of the trigonometry or other topic, yes, from these two topics, they asked the 58 question. So really they become very, very important. So for the upcoming JEE main attempt, just please put more emphasis on those topics especially. After that, weightage of the JEE main specific topic, as we told you, total 30 questions were asked. So that was the topic wise analysis. Definitely it's going to be fruitful for you guys. After that, if I come to the what was the 11th and 12th weightage. So this time guys, from class 11 topics, 43 or around 44% questions were asked, and from the class 12 topics, around 52% questions were asked. Not too much different, okay, but still the weightage of the class 12 topics was more. And there were some questions in which the both 11th and 12th concept were used actually. So there were like that in the morning shift 3 questions were there, on the 29 4 questions were there. Yes, but not too many. And mainly the separate topic questions were there from the class 11 separately as well as from the class 12 separately. After that guys, if I come to the easy, moderate and tough category, yes, you can see, yes, definitely 131 easy questions were there and 184 moderate questions were there. Means 60 to 70% questions were there in the moderate category. So again guys, as we are saying in maths, you will hardly found a question as you see the question directly take the answer. No, it will never happen. And if you see the tough question, yes, total 45 questions were there. So basically tough in the category, they are putting some calculations. And the questions were not very typical, but there were a lot of calculation were involved in every question, and that is the common trend in maths. So again, I will advise you, just do the practice at home. Okay, you can't read the maths only, you have to solve the maths also. So on the regular basis, you have to do some practice at home. Okay, then only guys, you will able to cope up in the final exam. And in math section guys, you will see it is taking too much time also. It is not like that in half an hour you will able to complete the math section. No, it is taking 70 to 80, around 90 minutes it is, such type of time is taken by the student also. After that guys, if I come to the direct answer type questions, yes, you can see total 112 questions were there in which some formula or straightforward concept were there. Means these were the question They were earlier also asked बच्चों, and similar this year also such kind of question they directly ask. After that, calculation and a best question. So guys, can you see total 190 question. In maths, they are putting lot of calculation in many question. So again guys, you have to do lot of calculations at home also. Then only within the time limit you will able to solve the questions. After that guys, multi-topic questions, where they mix the concept. Some class 11th or 12th concept they mix. So such kind of questions were also there. Total 58 question. Generally, mixed kind of question they are asking in the JEE Advanced. But from the few years, what we are observing, they have started asking such kind of question where the multiple concepts are mixed in a single question also. Yes, compared to the last year, this year the weightage was less actually of such kind of question. But especially calculation based question were there. Total 190 questions were there. Okay. Now guys, after that, some analysis guy I put in front of you, कि generally how much time students were taking to solve the question of the math section. So you see 75, 85 like that, bachcho, in minutes actually we just highlighted the time. Okay, and on the behalf of this one, bachcho, you can see around 70% marks you will able to achieve by using this one. Okay. So that's all from my side. So guys, basically your board exams are also there. I want to actually categorize the student in the two category. One student is there who are preparing for the class 12th exam, and one category of student who are going to repeat the exam actually. So the student who are right now in the class 12th, they should put more emphasis on the class 12th, and in between whenever you are getting the gaps in between your board exam, okay, you should prepare for the JEE Main also. Means whatever with the papers already you are solving, yes, just keep on solving the papers. And this year also exam was conducted in the total 12 shifts actually. So total 12 papers are there. So you can use those papers also for the practice point of view. Okay, so that's all from my side. Still guys, you have any confusion, just stay tuned with the LN Overseas, and you can write your score or anything, any query or anything is there, you can write in the chat box. We will definitely try to revert back you very soon. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much.